kick this shit.
From Haddonfield to somewhere in Indiana. This is straight down the middle. God. Shit. From Haddonfield to somewhere in Indiana. This is straight down the middle. Do it again! Behind those dark, dark eyes lies someone who likes drinking Miller Lite way too much and watching the shitty Chicago Bears lose yet again. I know you're smiling into that. Do people even know I'm Dr. Loomis? Well, Boney Myers, we found ourselves in another Halloween episode. This time, things get a little scary. This year, we will be reviewing Spooky Pinball's 2021 release. Of course you don't know. Halloween. But finally, a pinball machine that's somewhat horror and scary. How many horrors do you have in your closet there, Greg? I don't like that you don't have any vocals. I must carry the whole damn thing. People don't even know if it's you behind that wicked, dark, dark mask and those eyes. Those eyes are like a spider's butthole. Sorry. Not like spider's butthole. We shall see. We shall see what Zach and Greg rate this most magnificent and hated pinball machine. Michael, do you know who designed this most devilish, sinister machine? Chorus Barloff. It's a play on words because it was a team that did it. The Boris Karloff. Do you get it? Jason Edmonston. Does that name ring a bell? He's an artist. Art is pretty sweet, isn't it? Phasma. Not just a Muppet, also a coder. Music by the iconic John Carpenter and Matt Montgomery. Animations by Ryan Palicki. And others. Now we shall entertain you with an overview of Halloween, the pinball machine.
Here we are with Spooky Pinball's Halloween. Really great game, fantastic, great shots. I know a lot of people are not going to agree with that, but we'll start over here to the left into this end lane with Lori. And what makes this game a little different than anything else that you've ever really seen is that down here under, you'll see that scoop right there. There's actually a subway, and that's a flap, and the ball kicks out of that, and that flap will allow, when it's down, it allows the ball, when it actually enters the end lane up there, to roll over it, but then that ramp pops up when the ball ejects out of that subway. To the left of that, we've got the 3 locks for hedge multi-ball, and your Michael Myers, anytime you hit those to lock your first ball, Michael will swing out from around that hedge. First scoop there to lock the ball, then you got a stand-up target. You've got your second scoop, stand-up target. You've got your third scoop, stand-up target. And those also will play some factors in some of the modes that you're in, especially those stand-up targets when you need to hit them when they're green and so forth. Then over to the right of that, you have your left orbit entrance, which goes all the way around under the playfields and so forth, and comes out over here by the Judith Meyer tombstone. To the right of that, you've got 2 more stand-up targets and your left ramp, and that left ramp goes up. You can see where it does a quick 180-degree bend, and then that will return down here to your left flipper. To the right of that, this right here may be some of the most brutal stuff. You've got 3 stand-up targets. You knock all 3 of those stand-up targets down and then shoot it into the pumpkin scoop, and that is what starts your modes. Once you knock those stand-up targets down, you have a ramp that does a nice little 180-degree bend upwards, which we've seen on a few games, and that's what puts you, either there's a diverter, puts you up and you follow it around and you go to this little magnetic lift thing, which then drops down and allows your ball to roll down that left wire form into there. When the diverter switches around and you're able to access this upper playfield, that's where your upper playfield is accessed by. And this upper playfield, it'll go in and you can actually hit it around off of that spinner. It'll eject, it'll fall down, and then you can knock it around behind the staircase here and come around, and then you'll flip it off that flipper again, and you can rip that spinner, come around, and it'll actually kind of roll off that flipper if you hold it up, and it will go around again and back to your flipper. It's kind of a crazy returnable shot. There's also a stand-up target up here that you can see that is utilized in some of the modes. You need to knock that down to be able to access that ramp to get up to that past that diverter and go to that little weird drop down thing, which is pretty cool actually. Then if you don't make the flipper, there's a drop here which drops you down here to the sanatorium, whatever you want to say with it, and then you can access and hit that target to start the sanatorium mode, which once you drop that target, you'll hit it in the scoop there, and then it'll light the 2 drop targets on each side. If you hit it up under there to the left, it will fall back down into the playfield and roll down to your flippers. Kind of a dangerous shot. You can hit it off the flipper, also hit it over there to the right hand side, there's a hole, and then so there's a lot going on in this. Then sometimes if it rolls and you get a bad bounce or it goes up under there, you will actually roll down back into the shooter lane to that hole. And what I really like about this is sometimes that scoop's hard to hit. So if you're needing to start a mode or do something that scoop, if you just let the ball fall down into that left hole, that little gobble hole area there, then that accesses the pumpkin scoop here too, and you can light modes that away. So back up here, you got a stand-up target to the right of that ramp, and then to the right of that, where you're seeing the green knife and blood drop flashing, that's what takes you up to the sanatorium, whatever you want to call it. That's another 180-degree up bend that kicks it up when you hit that ramp, and will take you to that second, first level of the upper playfields there. So then to the right of that, you've got your pumpkin scoop, and that pumpkin scoop is what is responsible for starting your modes and finishing your modes. You must finish your modes in that pumpkin scoop. To the right of that, you have your right orbit. Again, just like your left, feeds all the way around behind everything and will come out over here to the left. To the right of that is the Judith Meyer tombstone lock. There's a target there that, currently it's only utilized, that I can tell, by just your skill shot. So when you plunge, you can plunge short and it'll come out of that right hand orbit, or if you plunge hard, it will come out of that left orbit to your flipper. You immediately hit it off that flipper, and if you can hit it into that shot, it will lock the ball back there, and then that ball stays there until you hit that drop target and knock that drop target down. Or if you drain, then the ball will pop out, so it's kind of like a ball save. And then again over here, back to Loomis, another one of those flaps down there. Again, balls come out of that from your scoop. When you hit it in that pumpkin scoop, your balls will eject out of that Loomis in lane down there. They don't go down a wire ramp or anything else, and that's kind of what makes it unique. Is there's only, technically there's I guess 1, 2, 3, 4 ramps in this, but it only has one wire form that feeds down here to the left. So kind of a unique game. I think it shoots great. I enjoy the hell out of it. But yeah, let's kick it back over to Zach and I. Let's start talking about this game and let's rate it.
Chrome it, brass it, black nickel it, candy chrome it, powder coat it. The possibilities are endless at pinballplating.com. Your pinball machine deserves the best. At Comet Pinball, you'll find the best variety of LED products with the best quality LEDs, and most importantly, at the best price. Your collection is begging for an upgrade. Order yours now at cometpinball.com. Check out Pin Graphics for the latest and greatest in pinball enhancements, power blades, blade skins, pin blades, and even more. Visit pingraphics.com now to see what's available for your pinball machine.
All right, Greg, before we get into the actual review of the game, we've got a couple thank yous. We got a couple donations. Big thank you.
Big thank you.
To Scott Dye.
Thank you, Scott.
Ever more relevant for this episode.
You are.
Not Scott, Dye.
Yeah.
Dye, you get it?
Yeah.
Huge thank you. Look how big that thank you is.
Oh, thank you.
That gives me a bony.
Damn.
I know, right?
Thank you.
Brian Lemon. Is it Layman? Lemon?
We'll call him Lemon. Lemon.
Give me that French money.
Lemon.
All right, yeah, that was a big one. That was a big donation.
Thank you so much, man.
All you gotta do is donate down there if you guys want us to keep wearing stupid ass costumes like this and buy awesome ass equipment and do promotional videos and different things. All you gotta do is PayPal right down there. Hit us up. We would very much appreciate it. Or buy a t-shirt or something. Yeah. Flippingoutpinball.com. All right, let's jump into the art. The art is a highlight for me, Greg.
Definitely a highlight.
So much for you. You're an A-.
Yes.
I'm a B+. Who's a highlight?
Does the playfield.
Because the playfield.
No.
I would have given it a straight A or A+ just for the cabinet art. Might be some of the nicest in all of the industry.
Yes.
Back glass is beautiful.
Yes.
I love it all.
Yes.
I like the plastics on
Plastics are great.
the face
Loomis
plastics.
and Lori. Yes.
Reminds me of the prototype Bram Stoker's Dracula.
Yes. But see, here's the thing: is like even though like the playfield may have had a little bit, to be desired, it's still not that
it's
bad.
not horrible.
And I think that the composition on that cabinet, the richness of the colors, but it still stayed muted. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't blown out. It wasn't too colorful, but it was rich. And the same thing with the black back glass. Like I love that wide angle, almost view of Michael Myers above the house, and I love Michael even on the playfield. Like that literally, this is some of the best art. Like, and I don't care what you feel about this game. I don't care what anyone thinks. Like this art deserves way more credit.
Okay, I'm good with that. It's muddled on some of the plastics. It's a little muddly.
Yeah, the faces are a little. Yes, I agree.
Or
with
even
you
like the
on
leaves and shit.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you on, but that stuff grows on. But everything else is so. I could not rate it any lower.
Even the haters of this game can't look at that cabinet art and not say that's some of the nicest they've ever seen.
On the head, everything,
especially
beautiful.
with the butter.
Yes.
So you're at a A-. I'm at a B+. We're starting off strong here. Shots and layout. You love this game. You're a B.
Yeah,
B. A B layout.
A B layout.
Really?
So,
what do you love?
I just don't.
I don't
listen.
Entirely.
I know. I just don't think it's bad. It gets a bad rap that it shoots like shit. And I was nervous when I first got it because I'm like, to me, it looks like there's basically two shots.
Oh, okay. Up the middle?
Up the middle. And that's
2 ramps.
in your orbits. Yeah, it just looks like that, and it's
There's
fine.
a lot of shots in this
But
game.
there are a lot of shots. Like the one underneath, and it
2
utilizes
upper playfields.
2 upper playfields, and it utilizes the upper playfields good. Now, so let me go. Orbits are fucking buttery smooth.
They are fast.
The ramps on mine, now listen, I know. So here's a bit of a disclaimer. I understand where a lot of people are complaining. Like yours does not shoot as well as mine.
No, that's awesome.
I'm playing. Yeah, I'm playing on a game that I may have gotten lucky with. I don't know, but mine shoots very fucking well.
It does,
and I love it. Like my ramp, I get very few rejections off of that. That ramp that goes up to the.
I do when it goes to the right.
Field.
It's like forget it.
Oh, and the left one's fine. Like everything's good. Like none of the shots are bad.
2 upper playfields.
Yes, they feel good. Yes,
that are fun.
Yes, and I like. Yes, they are fun. They're fun. They're not a waste. They're not gimmicky. Like especially the upper playfield when you're rip the spinners.
The butt pretzel.
Yeah, like
I love that butt pretzel.
Oh, it feels so good. Like that's designed
that's like
so well. Yes,
and then you hit the drop down target, hit it over the path, boom, boom, bounce, tilt. Moment in the game, lighting, boom.
Yes, and you utilize those shots up there, even in some of the modes, and we'll get into code and stuff.
There's a lot of moments.
But it is a good shooting game. And the orbits are fast.
Why do you need 4 scoops on the main playfield?
It doesn't slow it down that much to me. Nothing slows it down. What scoops?
The 3 that you lock balls in.
No, I don't even count those as scoops. They're scoops, but they're not scoops to me. They're scoops.
How many scoops?
There's 4 scoops. Listen, but you don't use, and that's some of my gripe, maybe, but I don't feel that it's missing. It's hard for me to sit there and say, hey, listen, the 3 on the side, because I thought the 3 on the side are a waste. I thought, man, that eats up a lot of real estate on this game to not use, but I don't miss it.
Okay.
I don't miss it in the modes. The way they did the modes, I don't miss it.
Yeah, because visually you can see what you need for multi-ball. I get that.
Yeah.
I like the far right shot with the drop target.
Yes.
We'll talk about code because I don't think it's utilized enough.
No, but they're going to. We'll talk about that in code.
Going to.
Yes.
A lot of this is going to.
But again, even though that the left side of the playfield is
can't change the layout, Greg.
And you know what? There's still the stand-up targets there on that left side with the hedges. Like it's still utilized in some of the modes.
Drop down right in the middle.
I'm telling you, it just. Oh, I like that. Oh, it's a rock. It's terrible.
It's a hard game.
It is a hard game. I don't care
what anybody says.
No.
It's a hard shooting game.
It's tough.
You know what this game reminds me of when I'm shooting it? It feels like Alice Cooper. To me.
Oh, no. No.
It's bouncing around everywhere. It's
not a lot of the short bricks.
Rob Zombie?
No. You know what it reminds me of?
Feels like a spooky.
You know what it reminds me a little more of, other than the 3 drop targets, is Jurassic Park. Jurassic Park, you have some bricks that come off of stuff. I'm not saying the way it flows or the way it shoots. I'm saying
the clunk of it.
Yeah, some of that. But I'm telling you what, like you have a very graceful ball save. So when you are attacking those stand-up targets, if you come off the right flipper, that's the only time I come off the right flipper is during my ball save when I first have the ball. Yeah. Everything else, if you come off the left, it's not that brutal on you. Like it's giving the game a chance.
Yeah, the 180 ramp is almost too smooth. Because it gets past that upper little flipper. I'm like, oh, damn.
Yeah,
so
sometimes.
fast.
Yes.
I don't like that it comes back down.
So that's why I had to rate it where I was. Now, again, I would have rated it higher than a B. If it wasn't for, I would like a few more things over there on that side.
Left ram
scoop, you get a little bit of rejection from. Mine actually goes down in there.
Hold up.
Out.
I'm so glad you brought that up.
Yes.
I'm at a C-. I love you, Bug. I love you, Luke. I love you, Spooky. C-. Yes. That scoop is horrific. Horrific. You can't forehand it. You can't backhand it.
Oh, I can mine. But like I said, so mine goes in.
Taking the cliffy off.
Mine goes in the scoop. My problem is it hits so hard on like the plexi underneath that it literally goes all the way in and then it comes back.
Really?
Out. Yes.
Oh wow.
But I think I can fix that with just like if I put a small piece of foam or something. Yeah.
That scoop is so hard to hit. I'm like, hey, welcome to TNA again.
Yeah, it's not as bad, or at least mine's not as bad.
C-. This is the low point for me. I do like shooting it. This game pisses me off just as much as Wonka and everything else.
Oh!
It makes me mad. This game makes me mad. Theme appropriate, though.
Yeah.
I'd rather Halloween make me mad or scared.
Than Willy Wonka.
Than a Willy Wonka. Yeah,
no,
I'll give it that.
True.
C-.
I'm not mad.
I can't do it. Can't do it. Can't do it. Rules and code.
Oh.
That's something that you You love?
Okay. You
Hey!
can knock me all you want.
I'll try.
Knock me all you want.
Hey!
This reminds me of every game that I love. Like they utilize. So this is where, to me, the game shines.
Okay.
But you need to play it. You need to go through the modes.
You need to get through this game a little bit.
To get it, because once you understand the differentiation of the modes, and it's not linear, you can pick
your mode.
other than the last two currently on the code. That you have to
play one of
unlock
the hard
those.
modes. You unlock one of those hard modes. There's eight modes.
Yes, but they're all different. So, like, let's just say, like mode number 1, if you want to pick that, then
Easy.
It literally just hit. Yeah, it's called easy. Now, the one complaint I will have, let me give this real quick, is some of the modes, to me, some of the easy ones tend to be a little longer and harder
It's bullshit.
than one or two of the hard modes. One or two of the hard modes seem easier.
Yeah.
Than it should be. They should have been rearranged.
All the modes are hard to me.
But they're tough, though. But like the first one, you're just shooting the orbits, the 2 ramps.
Uh-huh.
You're basically hitting just all the main shots.
What's one of the hard modes with the drop targets and one's green, the other's
Yes.
red?
So you'll have 3 drop targets, and what happens is the left one will be lit green first, the other 2 are red. You can only hit the green. If you hit one of the red ones, they all pop back up. Or if you hit the green and a red simultaneously, they pop back up. You hit that green target down, make an orbit. Now the right drop target is lit green. Yes, and you got to hit an orbit. So it's tough, but it utilizes that. Then you'll have things like hit the green targets.
Hit the green targets, not the red.
And it's just like 2 stand-up targets in the middle shot, and then once you hit one of those, it turns red. So now you got to progress. Like, it utilizes so much of that game that's why that you don't miss some of the left-hand shots.
There's a lot to do.
Yeah, and then sometimes you're hitting all the stand-up targets in a mode, so you're needing it. Yes, and then one of them you need to get to the upper playfield, knock the drop target down, then bring it back around, shoot it up the ramp.
That's
and then you finish everything with hitting the pumpkin scoop again.
About that.
So that's that little extra, like, fuck you at the end. Like, but
I like that. There's a lot of modes. There's a lot of mini modes in there.
Yeah,
there's a little mini modes like the sanctuary, or
Yes, sanctuary.
Is it sanctuary?
Or no, sanitarium. Sanatorium.
Sanitarium.
Yes.
There's that.
Yes.
There's the lorry. If you hit the middle ramp enough, you get the lorry thing going.
You go up there and you got to rip the spinners. Yeah, and you got to keep hitting those spinners in that upper playfield. Again, it's utilized.
You got a multi-ball. You get stacked with things.
You got pumpkin multi-ball where you don't fear the Reaper.
I haven't. Yeah.
Oh,
I know.
It feels good when you play it. But yeah, and you got hedge multi-ball. Like, the code is not lacking. Like, hey, I want some more stuff. Like, I want to use. You complained about with the mom. Judith Meyer shot over there. Well, which I think they're working. Yeah, they're working on.
Use that drop target
in this new code. I think they're working on utilizing it.
Guardians orb that thing
because it is a waste. It is a waste.
Except for skill shot. Skill shot, you come around, that's a good skill shot.
Yes.
You knock it and you get the little 2-ball multi-ball if you want it.
Yes.
You gotta hold it.
Yes.
Wait until you start a mode.
And you might accidentally hit it, and then you're just like, damn, why did that happen?
Yeah.
Or it acts like a ball save, because if you don't hit that ball,
then it'll come out.
When you drain.
I like that.
Again, the code is great on this game. Anybody that knocks the code on this game, get the fuck out of here.
I don't know if it's balanced. I don't know if it's balanced yet. I don't know.
Score,
score.
But see, I've never really looked at the score on this game.
We're just trying to get through the journey.
The journey of this game. It's not a points game to me, so I never look at it from a points game. So maybe I am wrong in that aspect. But fuck that. I love this.
How close have you even gotten close to beating this game?
Yeah, I've probably got 4 or 5 modes cleared out.
Really?
Yeah. What do you got to get? You get 2 or 3 for pumpkin multi-ball, I think.
You know what confused me on this game? Progression to that wizard mode isn't really the main modes. It's like jackpots during multi-ball, and it's these different things.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I need to read on it.
Yeah.
I'm just, like you said, I've just been enthralled by the journey there and the different modes.
You're an A.
Yeah, I like it.
Okay.
I like it.
All right. I'm gonna be minus. I just think that there's so much missing still. I think that it's sloppy in some ways. You've got overlaid audio of the same character at times. Haddonfield. Let's shoot the ball.
I get some
you
of
get that.
But that's more of a sound and cloud issue. Don't be. It's coding, but it's not. Don't throw it in there. No, don't dock it for that.
Sometimes I feel like you get stuck in modes.
You can.
You get a little stuck in modes. I'm like, all right. I'm Lori. I'm running.
I worried about that too.
Ball dies. You're still in. You're like, oh god.
I worried about that too when I first got it, and I was like, fuck. I hate that I'm trapped in this mode.
Yeah.
But I kind of like being trapped in it because as long as I'm keeping my ball alive,
it's like 15 shots.
But I don't have to start back over.
That's true.
So, like, it keeps me in there, and I'm glad that a timer doesn't run out and like, fuck, I gotta read it.
Yeah.
I made 10 of the 15 shots. Now I gotta go back and make all 15 again.
Yeah.
Like, I don't, man. It grows on you. You just gotta fucking play it. It's so good.
I like it, but The things that I like, I really like. The things that I don't, I think need work.
Oh, see, and it doesn't have moments. Like you take something.
Oh, it's got a ton of moments.
Well, not moments. What
I think it's got a lot of moments.
It has a lot of moments.
Lighting?
Yeah.
Woo!
No, I misspoke on moments. What I'm saying though is it doesn't have like that real big builder. Like you know how we've talked about things like Deadpool. Once you start going in your next suit multi-ball and you're building it, but the game doesn't really call for that because
it's not the
horror.
theme.
No, it's not the theme.
It's slow pacing.
Yes,
It's a big finish.
Yes,
A scare.
yes.
A jump scare. Let's talk about lighting. That's in the code too. The lighting's fantastic.
Lighting is fantastic.
The only thing I would give them, I would say, is find a frosted lens in front of the. That's in Toys and Mechs. We'll get to that, but just frost that out. We don't need to see bare LEDs. But the lighting is phenomenal. It's not too dark. I wish it was darker at times.
At times.
I want it to be scary, spooky. But newer code, it gives you little flashes of red and stuff.
Yes.
It is a theme enhancer.
Yes.
That lighting.
And I like the purple up top on that top ramp when it lights up some stuff purple. Like everything is just utilized very well. The glowing of the pump, again, that might be on toys, but that's still light.
I would still say inserts, if you're ever going to use RGB, any manufacturers out there, always use clear or don't use an RGB insert. We don't need red blood spots that you're trying to shine green. It just doesn't make sense. It doesn't.
I don't think that looks terrible. It's not great, but I'm not mad at it.
Yeah, I'm going to B- on rules. Let's talk about something fun like toys and innovation.
Ooh,
you're an A-.
Yeah,
A- for toys and innovation. I'm going to B+, so we're close.
Okay,
we're close
that's
on that.
fair.
There's a lot of stuff in here.
There's a lot of stuff.
Anytime you have two play fields, it's going to be hard to rate it low.
It is. It's hard to balance.
You got moving mics.
Those are nice.
Around the hedge. I think those will look
fun. Yeah.
I don't care what people who why is there three. Because there's three holes. That's why there's three. I do like the butt pretzel up top. I like the path. That little balancy thing. It's got a knife in there. It's got a pumpkin. Mechanisms wise,
it's got vents around the sanatorium.
Yeah, all that stuff. I like all that stuff.
And I'll tell you, call me fucking crazy, man.
Everybody will in this.
I'm called crazy anyway, so you know what? I can go full crazy.
Oh,
because I get told that I don't speak my mind, but I fucking obviously speak my mind because everybody rips my ass. So
stay off
listen,
up inside.
One of my favorite things is the fucking hidden subways that pop up in the in lanes.
I think innovation wise, technology wise, it's different, it's unique, it's new.
Yeah, it works for me. Once you get used to it, it's not a good location thing, I don't think, because people are going to be pissed. Like, where the fuck that come from? But once you get used to it, like, I like it.
They can now say that they know how to do that.
Yes, it's a smooth, quick return.
It's fine.
It's not lacking. I like it. It adds that surprise. Like, Michael Myers is fucking showing up.
I don't.
Boom, there he is.
I don't hate it. I don't need it.
No,
I don't need that.
I don't need it, but I like it.
Pop me back out of the scoop, and I'm good. Twilight Zone me.
Don't need it, but I like it.
Yeah. So I think a lot of the toys and mechs, it's got a lot of stuff in it. The risers, I do give them credit. You know, mech wise, getting into the lanes like that is unique. It's different.
It is.
What about the free topper that moves?
Oh. An outstanding
what am I doing?
topper. and you know, you have to take into account the speaker grill with the pumpkin cutouts. Like, to me, that's part of it. Yeah, same thing with the cutouts on the armor with the pumpkins. That's freaking amazing. You know, you got the knife shooter rod. That's freaking amazing.
I didn't get mine yet.
Sorry. You got the knife that's in over the shooter lane.
I like that.
Like, there's a lot. Like, even the Judith Myers gravestone looks phenomenal.
That's a shout out to Back Alley Creations. Did a lot of these molds.
Yes, the pumpkin looks amazing. It's such an old school, like, 70s feeling pumpkin that lights up. Like, you didn't have to put that there.
I gotta give a shout out though. I get that one mod. It's like $180 with the little TV thing, and it looks like the house.
Yes.
That goes in front of all that plastic.
Yes.
That's a must-have. You gotta have that. But I think what Spooky does that I appreciate is they do pay attention to detail.
Yes.
They try to put a lot of little things in there. With topper, you get a lot of stuff.
Yes.
They lack attention to detail on other things, whether it's the build, some of the build stuff. Still feels a little boutique-y at times, but they do put a lot of stuff in there. I'll give them credit.
Well, and that's what I was saying. Like, you know, I know that there's been some complaints and some people get a little upset about some of the I won't even say the quality, but just some of the put, you know, how it's put together or assembled or some different things. So again, I guess maybe I got a little lucky, so I can't really comment. I know what it is, still spooky game. But like you said, this one, I feel, at least for the most part, has overcome so much of the geometry issues they had early on.
Okay.
So much of that clunky. Again, like you said, it still feels a little boutique-y, but it's nowhere near even coming off of something like Alice Cooper. Like Alice Cooper was so well done, but it still felt it shot boutique. This one, I think they're getting the shots down. I think that they're making progress with every game that they make.
I would agree with that. However, I would say the differentiation between the steps
should be greater.
It's not large enough for me to really give them that much credit.
Yes.
They're progressing.
Yes.
But they're not giant leaps in my opinion. In my opinion.
I agree.
Finally, we get to talk about the one thing I love in this game. It's better than most anything else. It's the music and the call-outs.
Yeah.
You're at a B. How? I don't know. Because I'm at an A.
Well.
An A.
I didn't know how I felt about it because I'm not mixed. I like it a lot, but I feel like
Behind the darkest eye.
Yes, I don't know
Come
where.
on.
So here it is. So this is sort of like when I
Whoever
got.
did Dr. Loomis is just
It's phenomenal.
so good.
Yes. Well, when I first got it, you brought it to me and stuff, and it sat down here, and I went and set it up real late at night.
You're scared.
I put a few games on it. But it was real late and I was just tired and I was like, oh, why did I buy this?
Yeah.
Like I had one of those moments.
Mm-hmm.
Like, did I make a mistake? Because like I've always been in love with it. It's enthralled me.
That's your theme. I mean,
and it's just beautiful. Everything about it was just mesmerizing. And I was like, this is the boringest shit I've ever seen. Like I'm like
that's probably like 1.03 code.
Like just the music, everything. But then the next morning I got up and I had some sleep, had a cup of coffee, fucking phenomenal. Like the call outs and everything, it fits the tone. You don't want too much more. I could just use maybe a few more call outs or something else going on at some time.
Hit the flashing shot.
But I love the Loomis call outs. The tone we were talking, I was like, it almost feels that the music is super repetitive, but it never gets old like
That's
something like Judge Dredd. Like Judge Dredd got so repetitive with that shit music to me.
And all the modes have different kind of musics, different scores. I like that when you start the multi-ball, boom.
Yes.
Boom. Yes. That's a moment. Boom.
Yes.
Boom. And then you get dun, 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 dun. That's when you get that high pace. Makes you anxious. A lot of this music makes me anxious when I'm playing.
It is.
And it's a hard shooting game, so I'm always like, God. I like that. And then Don't Fear the Reaper. Come on, we got to give them credit for licensing that thing.
I agree.
But the call-outs. The call-outs are so but they're so good. Yes. I could listen and I repeat every time I'm playing this game. I'm talking to it.
Yes,
so I'm repeating those Loomis.
And you walk away from it and you'll sit down and do something
it again. Yeah. I just love it.
The green ones, not the red ones.
Not the red ones.
Behind those
you'll just start shoot all of it.
What is that guy's name? He says, "Get away from them."
Lonnie.
Get the hell.
Get your ass away from there.
Get your ass away from there.
Like
I love it.
Yeah, it's like it sticks in your head.
That's an A. I'll fight somebody for that.
When people were dogging about the comments when it came out, or about the comments they were dogging the game about
Loomis,
and everything, I'm just like, no, this is all great, man. Like the music and everything, like it is a great. It fits the game.
I will say, whenever I spoke, right when it came out, I spoke to Spooky Luke and Spooky Bug, and I said, "You guys want to know my favorite thing of this game is the call outs?" And they like giggled. They're like, "For real?"
Yeah.
And I'm like, absolutely, lean into that because that's awesome. And even what's her name, a Blondie. Blondie in the first couple, I think
movies.
She's in the first couple.
I can't remember.
She does custom callouts for this too, which is
good.
Which is awesome. So see, the reason it's still in my collection, there's a handful of reasons, Greg. One of them is the music and callouts. What about the display and animation? This is a category that's getting dogged pretty hard.
Yeah.
So much so that you gave it a C+.
Yeah. Did you go lower than that?
I gave it a B-.
Oh, really? So
you want to know why? You want to know why, though?
Why?
Mine is a balancing act. We do this on Straight Down the Middle, where there's something so freaking good and something so really not good that I balance it out.
Okay.
And for me, the cut sequences, you got all of Michael's, some of his greatest deaths in the first couple films there.
Okay.
Just honestly, cut sequences.
Oh.
You give me that's an A. You give me some of this animation that Pollocky, like he's a nice dude, but it's not up to par. That's like C-. it turns into a B- for me.
See, I guess the reason that I'm a little, because I didn't mind like things on like Houdini, but I thought it fit Houdini more with the way the weird, it's almost the same sort of style in a sense. I think some of the animations are very well. They're not animated.
Some of those, like when they try a 3D thing, I'm like, oh no.
No, that's what I'm saying. They're not. They're drawn well. They're animated well. They're not animated.
Yeah, but like when they have like something that looks like Lori, like Edmondson artwork, that's cool. Yeah, and they just move that a little bit.
That's what I'm saying. Like
that's really awesome.
But some of the other stuff, and some of the cut sequence, like when he goes into the hedge and it shows Lori and them walking down the sidewalk.
Yes.
No, but it's glitchy at the first, and it's not just my game. Like it has like almost a pixely thing, and then it clears up. Okay. So it's just like again.
How old is
that's part of it. That's part of it. That's part of it.
You give me music, or you give me movie clips.
I'm happy that there are so many movie clips.
Yes. There's probably going to be more.
I'm happy with that.
So display and animation.
But again, they're rectifying this. Supposedly.
Point your knife at them.
Sorry.
Yes, this is something that even though they've sold out of these games, everybody, they just hired on another.
Yes, to be programming and continue to work through this in Ultraman. And again, that's why that I love this company. That's why that I think they're great. Like there's not a lot of people. No, they do not have to do. They already sold them all. Like, is it really going to make a difference if they come out with a really cool theme on the next game?
But
anything else?
They're in it for the long run.
Exactly.
They see bigger picture.
Exactly.
They want people to respect everything they've done. Not just be like, well, wait for the next one.
Yes.
But wait for the next one.
Yes.
Theme.
Oh,
you're an A+.
Freaking amazing.
I'm at a solid A.
Quintessential.
There's nothing more you can say about. If you like the genre horror, you will. It's Halloween. Yes. It's in the top 3, maybe of all time.
Yes.
It's one of the greats.
Exactly.
It is like the original Boogeyman.
Yes.
Is it not?
Yes. So
it's Halloween.
There's just nothing you can say.
But if people don't like that theme, they're gonna have a hard time liking.
Oh, they won't like it.
Nope.
No, the theme and
you just get behind it.
You're not going to respect the music. Nope. If you don't like the theme, you're not going to like the music. You're not going to like the cause. You're not going to like anything that's in the game.
What about enjoyability, though? You enjoy this. You're an A-. You're rocking this thing out sometimes more than your other games in your lineup here.
Yeah, I won't even say.
Really? You play this a lot?
I play it a lot.
Wow. I want you to beat it. What's the...
not very.
The night he came home.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's coded.
I'll get to it. So this game won't leave.
I won't get to it. This game is nasty mean.
This game won't leave.
You know what surprises me? Because I'm lower rating on this one overall than I am a lot of my machines at home. But I'm getting rid of other machines and this one's staying.
Oh, yeah.
It's weird.
Yeah, I think I could see that happen because like I said, but again, I had explained to somebody because somebody was knocking about like, why do you get rid of a game if you like it so much? And I'm like, well, I like a lot of games and talking about high rated games and everything else. And I told him, I was like, listen, fucking Lethal Weapon 3 sitting over there that'll never leave.
Isn't that weird how we can't I can't quantify that?
Yeah.
It's kind of like an analogy would be like, I have a sweet, gorgeous, just beautiful, wonderful wife. But at nighttime, I still sneak over to Mrs. Bones' house, your mom. I still
definitely Lethal Weapon 3.
I still need the darkest halls, if you know what I mean. She got a bleach. It's like there's a bleaching. There's a bleaching thing.
No, but it won't. There is nothing about this, and like I know when I get a game in, I play the shit out of it, and I enjoy it, especially if I do overplay it. Even if I really like it at first, I know when I overplay it. There's just nothing about this game that I would.
You're an A-. For me, enjoyability, I'm going to be solid B.
That's nice.
I like it more. It just makes me mad. That scoop makes me mad. That ramp makes me mad. There's a lot of things that just make me mad. Maybe if I tweak it, maybe it would take some substantial stuff, but maybe that's it. But man, it makes me angry. And do they still not have a hold the start button to restart this game?
Oh, I do miss that because I do that a lot.
What the hell?
Because I just
open the coin door and start that. Come on,
definitely code that in, please, because I'm bad about that. Because I know, listen. If I've had a shit 2 balls at the first, or I have a really shit ball, I know I'm probably not going to get through.
Yes,
the game's too tough.
I'm at home.
Yes,
leave me alone. I'm
going
to start calling them American spooky.
Let me save my time. Let me restart it.
Grade, cumulatively speaking, this comes out pretty high for you, Greg. You're at a B+.
But it's a high B+, fuckers.
It's about as high as you can go on a B+.
Yes.
3 points.
Close to an A-. So close.
I like that you're
Still loved it.
you're a snarky Mike Myers.
Yeah.
You go change some oil or something.
That's literally what Lily goes, "You're like a janitor. You're scary." Like, I love how janitor's scary.
That's right.
Sorry,
I
any
know.
janitors out there.
It's a creepy ass elementary school janitor. Hello, kids.
Should have came in with a broom.
That's right. Cumulatively speaking, I'm at a 2.875.
That's pretty good.
It's technically still a B minus.
Yeah.
It's almost a C plus.
But you were just real rough on something else, and you shouldn't have been.
I was rough on something, that's for sure.
You know what it all comes down to?
The darkest holes.
What it all comes down to
What does it come down to as you're waving?
is look at these grades individually.
I think I got something.
Do you know what the most important thing is to me? Enjoyability.
Is it? For me, this game is all about the theme, it's about the lighting, it's about the effects, it's about the call-outs, it's about the moments for me. I can see past some of the things that are super important to me, Greg, which are code and rules, or code and layout. But
Still lost some code.
it still has to outweigh so much so to do. No, the code's good. I'm not saying the code's bad. There's enough in it, and it's hard, so it makes me want to try to progress.
Yes.
This isn't a perfect game by any means for me.
No,
It's got glaring issues.
It does have
in
glaring issues.
Even if these are my friends that made this damn thing.
It does have a glare.
But I tell them whenever I played it. I'm like, here's the things I love, here's the things I hate. I'll do so with respect, but
Yes.
there's something that keeps this here.
Yes.
It's something that keeps
Yes.
it. I don't know how to quantify it.
And that's what I'm saying. There's no overshadowing the issues that we discussed, but there is overshadowing of
That's
them because
scoop.
things make up for it.
That scoop.
See-
You can't make up for the scoop, Greg. You
No.
can't.
Play better.
Even you were like, I can't.
Yeah, but I can fix mine. I guess I have a little bit different of an issue.
Your hole's bigger, I guess.
Yeah,
I got a tight little hole.
yeah. Mine
My hole
just
hadn't been planted that much.
a bouncy hole.
That's right. I did have a couple tech issues on mine. If we're
Yeah.
talking about cost, these things are around 9,000,
Mhm.
95.
Mm-hmm.
I got mine right at over 10 because I had the butter cap. Oh, this game calls for a butter cap. If anything. Man, I
I'd
love a
probably
butter cap on the. The only problem is I have a couple dingers in my butter cabinet. So when Spooky tells you those butter caps are very fragile, they're not lying.
Yeah.
It doesn't take much to scuff that, and you can't fix that shit. So I do like the plastic come on this thing. There's so much stuff that comes loaded on these
Yes.
things. Right now in the secondary market, they're low.
Yeah. Well,
They're not a bad deal.
it's the greatest deal on the pinball market right now.
pretty good.
Like, because it's like when I got mine, I was like, oh, somebody added a knife to it now because I didn't know what the fuck came on
Yeah.
it. I went around the game and you're like, no, that's standard. I'm like, oh, that's the shooter. Oh, that comes on.
This
it. I'm like,
is another game that I think, just like the Stranger Things and stuff like that, we're trying to speak how we really feel about a game,
Yeah.
and it gets hated on by a lot of people, or it gets negativity by a lot of people
Yeah.
before they actually.
play it.
Yeah, they might play it,
Yeah.
set up shitty at a show once or twice. This game, put 25 to 30 games on
Yes.
this.
And I think some people that even own it and then go to sell it really low, I think that they just thought that it was going to resonate with them maybe a little more, maybe have a few of those issues that we talked about that kind of kills it for them. I can't speak for all of them, but for the most part, there was a lot of people that reached out to me after I got mine and asked me how I liked it. And I was like, give me a minute to play it. So I played it and I wrote them back because they were getting their games.
Oh,
They were
yeah,
like
yeah.
terrified. They were like, man, it's just getting such a bad rap. Like what do I do? And I wrote them, I was like, man, I'm not going to tell you what to do, but I'm going to give you my honest opinion about it. I was like, I love it. I love this, this, and this. And like 3 or 4 of those guys had gotten their games now, and they were like, oh, it's amazing. Like, I love it. But I also think, though, dude, there's something that affects this hobby mentally, and you're a doctor.
It's groupthink. It's
Yeah,
psychology.
yes.
You
Like-
don't want
like-
to be on the losing team,
Yes,
man.
to where some of these people
don't
get their
made fun of.
To whereas like these same people that are selling these games for super low price or just like complaining about getting rid of it real quick, they're not necessarily talking hate about it, but I think they feel ashamed.
Yeah.
Like there's a bad shame in this hobby, like that you almost need to be in the cool, in the cool kid group to feel good about a game, about owning it. Whereas I don't give a shit.
You've never been a cool kid,
No,
but now you are.
no.
That's,
I am cool as fuck now.
I'm not.
But what I'm saying though is like I don't go against what I like, and that's what people can talk shit all they want.
Yeah.
But that's why I keep Lethal Weapon 3. I love Lethal Weapon 3.
The same for the people that truly do hate this and they have reasons that they don't like this and they dislike it.
Mhm.
I won't argue against them because it's the people that don't give it a chance,
Yes.
and they just jump on the bandwagon.
Yeah.
Those are the people I don't like.
There's still a preference. Like you said, like if you're not a fan of the theme,
Yeah.
and it's just not going to resonate with you, no matter how cool you think it looks and you
No.
get it, it's still not going to resonate with you because it's so well done encompassing the movie.
It's Halloween.
It's Halloween, so it speaks to it. So if you're just like, oh, it looks cool, or it's Halloween, and you're just not a real big fan of the
I
franchise,
think the rumor was that they made, like, this was John Wick just for fun. They didn't, it's not like they were pursuing the license, but they kind of made it after John Wick, and then they made it into Ultraman and Halloween. I can't say much about Ultraman as we're closing out the show here, Greg, because it's the same layout, same rules-ish. I don't care about Ultraman. We probably won't
me neither.
review
And if
it.
I was to play Ultraman,
Yeah.
this is what we're talking about theme. If I was to
Yeah.
play Ultraman,
You
it
might
would-
not like it as much.
I wouldn't like it as much.
Yeah.
I know I wouldn't.
I just don't like the theme, and so I probably wouldn't own it.
No, I
Probably
wouldn't
wouldn't
own.
own it.
I wouldn't own Ultraman.
This is a good testament to why there's so many different categories in pinball that you can fall in love with.
Yeah.
Anybody that loves Halloween or loves
Yeah.
the horror genre,
Yeah.
I can almost guarantee you're going to love this game.
Yes.
Period.
Yes. And if you don't like the game and you've played it, you've tried it, you give it a chance, that's your opinion.
Go
that's
play
fine.
Gottlieb's
Yeah.
Freddy, you
Yeah,
bitch.
that's fine. Like, you know, and
I
if
do
you
want
love this
Freddy.
game,
I still
that's
want-
fine.
I still want Freddy.
I want a Freddy too.
I want Freddy too.
I want a Freddy too.
What do you think Spooky's next scary one's going to be? Truly horrifying. Do you think they go into Freddy Krueger? Do you think they make it? Please, somebody make it. It's my favorite horror series. What's your favorite?
That really hurt.
What's your favorite horror series? Mine is Stephen King's
Oh.
It. I like the new ones
Man,
too.
I'm still like a big Friday the 13th.
Really?
Yeah. I grew up on Jason and Nightmare on
Jason
Elm Street.
Voorhees?
But I
Nightmare on Elm Street.
loved Voorhees.
Any of the new stuff that really conjures up something special in you? That was a Conjuring?
Yeah,
Like the
no.
No.
No, new stuff don't really.
What?
Yeah, I'm stuck.
I
in
like the
that
Netflix
80s
stuff.
cheesy horror.
Midnight Mass and Flanagan.
Yeah, that stuff's really good, but it's not like it doesn't.
Hill House. Ooh.
It doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't. I mean, I like it a lot. It just doesn't do.
We
what
need to go
those
hang out with
films
Spooky Crew. They'll give us some
Yes.
recommendations.
do. Yeah. I would
After
like
this
some.
review, they'll invite you and not me. Do it again!
You hit it off with the bumper, now straight down the middle again. You had a fling with a slingshot, you're rolling out the out then again.
He's claimed another victim.
He's claimed another victim.
Haddonfield will know what evil is.
Haddonfield will fuck you up.
You're going to die!
This is not okay. Get back out there.
Flashing shots will help us find Michael.
Find him!
Buttery smooth, just like your mama's nipples.
Thank you for helping us contain the evil that is Michael Myers.
The evil. You're too close to me, Mike. Am I even in the shot?
Did you just growl or groan?
My trench coat is a cheap piece of shit. Why is it flapping? I know what Chelsea feels like now. Is that what you do? It's pure evil.
That thing is horrendous.
What?
Oh,
Your hair looks good though afterwards.
you can't fucking breathe.